Yes, you read that correctly. The young caecilians feed on this specially regenerating skin, which provides them with all the nutrients they need to kickstart their development. This might sound a bit gruesome, but it's a highly efficient way to ensure the young get a nutrient-packed meal in their critical early days, straight from the mother herself. 9. Sand tiger shark. The sand tiger shark's method of reproduction might sound like something out of a horror story, but in the tough world of the ocean, it's simply survival at its most extreme. When the female sand tiger shark becomes pregnant, she produces several eggs within her womb. However, these eggs don't all get a chance to become baby sharks. Instead, the first egg to hatch inside the mother consumes its siblings. This process, known as intrauterine cannibalism, might seem brutal, but it ensures that the strongest, most developed pup survives and is born into the ocean. It's a shark-eat-shark world from the very beginning, with these predators being formidable even before they're born. This ruthless strategy not only maximizes the mother's energy investment in her offspring, but also means that the strongest genes are passed on to the next generation. 8. Kiwi. Kiwi birds carry a massive burden, literally. Kiwis hold the record for laying the largest eggs relative to their body size in the bird kingdom. An egg from a kiwi can weigh up to a whopping 20% of the mother's body weight. Imagine a bird that's about the size of a domestic chicken, struggling to lay an egg nearly as big as a football. The physical challenge for the female kiwi is immense. Laying such a large egg can be a slow, laborious process that takes a lot out of the mother. But why such a big egg? The large egg size means the chick is highly developed when it hatches, more like a miniature adult than a helpless baby. It needs to be ready to face the world soon after birth, as kiwi chicks receive little to no parental care after hatching. They are born fully feathered and open-eyed, equipped to start foraging for food almost immediately. 7. Emperor penguin. The dedication of the male emperor penguin is unmatched. In the harsh, freezing world of the polar regions, these birds have a unique and touching approach to parenting that could make any dad proud. When it's time to reproduce, the female emperor penguin lays just a single egg. But here's where it gets interesting. She does her part and then swiftly hands off the egg to the father. The male penguin then takes on the role of incubating the egg, but he doesn't just sit on it like other birds. He carries the egg on his feet, covered carefully by a flap of his belly skin to keep it warm in the brutally cold temperatures, which can plummet as low as -60 degrees Celsius. For 2 whole months during the Antarctic winter, the male stands steadfast, enduring blizzards and biting winds, all while fasting. He won't eat anything during this time. His only focus is to keep the egg safe and warm. This period of sacrifice ensures that when the egg hatches, the chick has a fighting chance to survive in the extreme conditions. 6. Ovoviviparous snakes. Snakes like the boa constrictor are full of surprises. Unlike the typical image of snakes laying eggs in a nest, these serpents keep their eggs inside their bodies until they're ready to hatch. This method, known as ovoviviparity, is like a blend of laying eggs and giving birth to live young. The eggs develop inside the mother, and the young are born fully formed. This strategy offers a significant advantage: protection. Inside the mother's body, the eggs are safe from predators and environmental challenges that might destroy external nests. When conditions are harsh outside, these snake embryos remain snug and secure until they are ready to face the world. Species like the boa constrictor exemplify this method. The mother carries the eggs internally and, after a gestation period, gives birth to live snakes. These newborns are immediately capable of fending for themselves, crawling away to start their lives seconds after birth. Talking about snakes, you can also check out our video titled they found the largest snake on the planet Earth. 5. Horn shark. The horn shark is a master of egg camouflage and protection. Unlike many sharks that give birth to live young, the horn shark sticks to a more traditional method with a twist, laying eggs. But these aren't your average eggs. They're uniquely shaped to ensure survival in a predator-filled world. The horn shark's eggs are fascinating. They're spiral-shaped, almost like little augers. This clever design is not just for show, it serves a critical function. The mother shark carefully places these eggs in the crevices of rocks and reefs, where the spiral design allows them to twist and anchor securely. This prevents strong currents from washing the eggs away and deters other sea creatures from easily picking them up as a snack. The eggs' tough, leathery cases protect the developing shark inside, making them less appealing and harder to crack open for predators. It takes about 6 to 9 months for the baby sharks to fully develop and emerge. 4. The giant water bug. Known for their large size and formidable hunting skills, these bugs also exhibit a fascinating and somewhat surprising approach to parenting, particularly the males, who take on a role that's quite rare in the insect world. After the female lays her eggs, it's the male who takes over, taking on the responsibility to protect the future generation. The female deposits her eggs on the male's back, where they remain glued until they hatch. Yes, you heard that right. The male swims, hunts, and goes about his daily activities with dozens of eggs attached to his back. During this period, the male giant water bug must balance his own needs with the safety of his offspring. He regularly surfaces for air and to expose the eggs to oxygen, which is crucial for their development. This vigilant care continues until the eggs hatch, releasing tiny nymphs into the water to fend for themselves. 3. Tenrec. In Madagascar, tenrecs showcase a range of reproductive styles. Tenrecs are exceptional because they can either lay eggs or give birth to live young, depending on the species. This dual strategy is rare among mammals and makes the tenrec a standout character in the animal kingdom. Some species of tenrec lay eggs, much like their distant relatives, the echidnas. These egg-laying tenrecs carefully tend to their eggs in hidden nests until they hatch. On the other hand, other species are viviparous, meaning they give birth to live young. These babies are born tiny and underdeveloped, clinging to their mother for warmth and nourishment as they grow. This flexibility in reproductive strategies is particularly well suited to Madagascar's varied environments, from rainforests to arid regions. It allows tenrecs to adapt to different survival challenges, whether it's avoiding predators or coping with scarce resources. 2. Viviparous lizard. Most reptiles lay eggs, but not the viviparous lizard. Unlike most of its cold-blooded kin, this lizard does not lay eggs. Instead, it gives birth to live young, a rarity among reptiles. This reproductive strategy gives the viviparous lizard a significant advantage in colder environments, where eggs laid in the open might not incubate properly due to low temperatures. By developing the embryos inside her body, the mother lizard can regulate their temperature more effectively, ensuring they develop healthily despite the chill. The newborn lizards are born fully formed and active, ready to fend for themselves. This method of live birth bypasses the vulnerable egg stage, immediately equipping the young lizards for survival in tough conditions. The viviparous lizard's adaptation to its environment is a brilliant demonstration of nature's ingenuity. 1. Gastric brooding frog. Although extinct, the gastric brooding frog had a jaw-dropping way of reproducing. The female gastric brooding frog had a reproductive strategy that was literally stomach-churning. After laying her eggs, she did something unthinkable. She swallowed them. Yes, that's right. The eggs weren't destined to develop in a pond or on a leaf, but in her stomach. But how did the eggs and later the developing tadpoles avoid being digested? The mother's body produced a special secretion that temporarily halted stomach acid production, transforming her stomach into a safe, nurturing womb. Inside this unusual nursery, the eggs hatched into tadpoles, which lived and grew in the safety of their mother's stomach. During this time, the mother would not eat, dedicating herself completely to the next generation's safekeeping. The climax of this incredible biological feat came when the mother regurgitated her fully formed young froglets into the world.